Hello, I'm Cody, and welcome to Session 7 of my Pillars of Eternity Triple Crown turn-based attempt. Last time, we finally filled up our party with 6 whole members, and explored a bit of Defiance Bay, and wandered around in the sewers a bit, and freed a woman's soul from an amulet. Today, we will probably just wander around Defiance Bay a little bit more, looking for random side questery and exploration, shops, whatever. Actually, I don't really have any money, so shops aren't huge on the to-do list. I do think I know there's a bunch right next to me. I might as well check them out. Alright, this is the lady we helped out before. The Orlin woman bounces up and down at your approach. Remember me? We met by Madmer Bridge. She slaps you playfully on the shoulder. Thanks for helping me out back there. As promised, I'll give you the best prices in town. If it weren't for you, I'd still be broke. Alrighty. Seems to just sell traps, which I don't usually care about. Got camping supplies. Oh, at 65, that's more expensive than they were back in Gilded Vale, so I don't know how great prices are. I'm guessing, yeah, these are the same sell prices we would get absolutely anywhere. Unless we could resurrect Heodin and sell to his prologue shop. Alright. Give me some starting money at least. I've been hanging on to this Disappointer. I know it's completely useless. It's just a random unique pistol. It has nothing except the terrible affix, which gives it -2 accuracy and damage. But you can override by enchanting it with something, so if you really wanted to play somebody who wields pistols early on, you could give it a fine upgrade right away, or an accurate or damaging one even earlier. But, yeah, I have no interest in that. In general, the firearms seem kind of bad outside of arquebuses, and like 1 or 2 specific unique blunderbusses. I'm pretty sure everyone around here has shops. It feels like a waste of time to check them out, but I should know what they sell. The young woman stands by a cart, watching the crowd with large, bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Show me your wares. 14 grand. Extra spells for priests and the low-level stuff. Alright. Same thing for wizards. Oh, up to a 4th level, that's interesting. Upgraded versions of the Rings of Minor Deflection and Protection that we've already got. I don't know if we actually have any Rings of Protection. We don't have cloaks. Might have rings. Scrolls are nice. Scroll of Revival I would not mind having. That requires 6 lore. I want to get Eddar up to having enough lore to use one of these eventually, because he is often the one person left alive, I feel, or at least he's my most durable party member, so he's likely to end up in that situation at times. Oh, and I could sell some of this junk too. These traps sell decently. Part of me wants to hold on to them because, you know, maybe they're fantastic and could save my life in a terrible situation, but like I never think to use them. I want to. I want to think to use them, but boy do I not. I don't know the bounding missiles. That sounds very generically good if I'm ever going to use a trap. It sounds like one of the ones that would be a go-to. Alright, and we finished construction of the main keep last time, which means I'm beelining towards the dungeons, because I remember when I first played, running into people I could throw in the dungeons before I built a dungeon. I just don't want to have that happen again, so get a dungeon going as quickly as possible, even though outside of that, I will be probably going more towards the resting bonuses that I can get from the Bright Hollow and some of the other stuff down here that gives you good resting bonuses when you rest in the keep. That'll be my next goal after the dungeons are completed. Also, of course, I need to get the come on, tooltips work. The prestige and security up as well. Some behind-the-scenes roles to have taxes and people attack you and the like. I have no idea how any of that works, but don't need to.
Greetings.
The merchant smiles brightly. Well met, traveler. Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journey? Show me your wares. Just food.
Hello.
Egron stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look? You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay. Outside of Sonild's, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. Huh, what's so special about Sonild? She operates in the expedition hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder. Sells the best equipment in the city, but Wenan keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozen, and anyone else he takes a liking to. Show me what you have for sale. For a sane. Stun on crits, pretty cool. The Lady's Hand. Bonus accuracy when at low endurance, and bonus damage when at low endurance. Grazes to hits. Unique Pike, Lost Thane's Reach. Inflicts a penalty to accuracy when you hit the enemy. That'd be neat if it was a larger one, or lasted longer. Shatterstar. Increased crit multiplier. I think that might just be part of being a Warhammer. Oh, +1 engagement. That's not that bad. Warhammer. Is that amongst the weapon types that I have chosen to make Eddar proficient with? I think it might be. Pike's Pride. Minus to stun and knockdown duration. That's interesting. Dunred's Demon. Just a couple of int, nothing else but some backstory I don't care to read. See here. No. Not Morningstar, not Warhammer. Alright. I'm not taking anything with Canna. +1 engagement would be nice to have on some of my more melee-focused folks, but I'll have to wait. I don't have the money for it anyways. Yeah, I'm actually not going to go there just yet. My vague recollection is that's part of a, faction that is in dispute with other factions, and doing too much of the quests there will ally you with them, and I don't know who I want to go with yet, and don't want to just bumble into it right away. Go do Pernicia's house. We did get that quest last time to do so. Doubt it'll give me very much experience, but it's gotta happen eventually. Might as well do it now. There. Terrified this is going to turn into a fight. I know it can. I don't know if it has to, or if there's a way to talk yourself out of it.
How may I help?
Following your lead.
If it's going to. Myself arranged as best as I can be. There's nothing I can really do to keep Chie away from a melee character while also having her initiate conversation. I don't think it actually matters who initiates conversation, actually. I'm inclined to make it her, but I think even if it's Eder, I'm pretty sure it's her mechanically. The man before you flashes a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pernish, and this, he gestures at the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're in here to do some business, he glances at the nearby guard. What is your business exactly? If you have to ask, Pernisk smiles. Let's be clear. You go run into the guards, you're going to regret stepping foot in this place. In fact, I'd put even odds on your regretting every decision you made in your life to leave you standing in front of me right now. His face shivers with a quick, unreadable emotion. But you stay smart, and I figure we can end up very good friends. You can ask my previous customers. They'll vouch for my supply. He grins. And keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the Svef. If you're free to make use of the premises, as long as you don't do anything stupid and don't get to tangling with the other customers. Now, what can I get you? What is Svef? You serious? Pernesk eyes you with suspicion, then disbelief. Svef's worth every pand, my friend. It's incredible. Lets you see your own soul. And you're looking at Defiance Bay's first and foremost Svef merchant. Well, let's see what this does. You can literally just buy Svef. Okay.
Hey, good day, stranger.
Kaner asked me to give you this. Nice. What's this for? Don't recognize the wedding band you gave Kainra? Pernisk laughs. Oh, yeah, I see it now. She's making a statement, is she? Good riddance to her, then. Sorry I ever spent the coin to begin with. Now, is that all? Of course, she told us that he didn't spend any coin, that it was his grandmother's ring. Well, let's wait a second on tossing that one at him. She seemed to care for you. Why are you doing this? Plenty of stars in the sky. Tell her to go set up at the Salty Mast if she's feeling lonely. Furnace shrugs. Me and her are done. How can you live with yourself? She was asking for it. Pernish growls. Sort of like you, right now. Maybe you ought to quit digging around in affairs that don't concern you. Me, I've got business to get back to. He points. The door's that way. Well, something's not right here, and I don't plan on leaving until I find out what's going on. And you won't be leaving at all, friend. I was tired of wearing this face anyhow. He raises his voice. Guards, to me. Okie dokie. Oh boy. I kind of wish I could use this. When I was moving Chie to a better position, I should have considered Sagani. Apparently, this person's name is now Nyrid.
Hmm?
Oh, that was good. Oh wow, I'm like pretty much completely out of spells. I don't remember that. I should have rested before I ended for the session. And or when I got back from the session. Oh well, looks like nothing other than what we can see here is aggro, since there's no question marks on the current round list. So it shouldn't be too bad. He should be dead just from the damage over times.
What?
Stop! Nyrid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up! Just leave, and I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late. Apparently I don't get an option. Not that I would have taken it, but it's an odd pop-up. I can only assume there would have been more dialogue there if I'd approached this a different way.
Look out!
Yes?
Oh, and it interrupted the blind spell I was casting. That's rude.
Arthek Worth and Roth!
I'm here.
Moeth Ixana. Following your lead. Croak 10.
Ready, Watcher. Got an air. Got it.
Oh?
Hey.
Leave it!
How may I help?
I was definitely more afraid of this
How
fight
may I
than I
help?
needed to be.
Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher. My bow's.
Let's see. Breastplate. 8, 10, 7, 7. 40. It doesn't look like I need that on anybody. If it was fine, it would probably be better than what Aloth is using, but not a regular one. Okay, so there are still
Silence surrounds me.
hostiles here. Guess I just got lucky that they didn't all get pulled in. Spread out a little.
Yes.
I'm here.
Well, all that line of sight was screwy. I was expecting her to move somewhere in this general area, not run straight into melee.
How may I help? Hey.
Looks like this chunk of terrain there must actually be solid wall when it doesn't look like it.
Let's Following your lead. Fortacoa! Wait, Selmes me. Fortacoa!
After him.
Aye?
No more guards. Clear them out.
Laying low.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
Fine hatchets, another couple $100. That's always nice. Very much need the money.
Ready, Watcher.
If it's just the 4 of them, there might be a few hiding around a corner or something, though.
Ready, Watcher.
Oh, a graze. Never like that.
Aye? Hey.
Following your lead. Wait, your turn.
Yes.
Ready, Watcher.
Forth to battle!
What? I'll Following your lead.
We can get a good lightning shadow. Nope, only 2 of them. I thought it was going to hit this one as well. Oh,
Ready,
well.
Watcher. After an
Let's have it!
after an
What? I'll
Alright, easy enough. Ooh, lots of fine gear here. Ooh, a fine shield. Widow spear, flail. Ooh, and a greatsword. Nice. Pretty sure greatsword is what I kind of wanted to do with Chie, right? Yes, greatsword. Could go with a warhammer and a shield, but do want to have something that has. Although I guess I don't really need slash pierce, since she's just always doing pierce with her bow. But you also just kind of like flavor-wise switching between a two-handed weapon and a ranged weapon. That feels right. Now the fine shield. I mean, it's the fact that it's a small shield makes it less enticing. Even though it's magical, I kind of want the deflection. Yeah, I'll toss it on Aloth. Kind of thought this was the locket that had that woman's spirit in it that we destroyed, but apparently not. What's my money looking like? Almost 5 grand. There's quite a bit of cash in here. That's 350-ish right there.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very.
Picked up a key on one of those people. Yeah, I should have avoided picking up the key so I could get an extra 100 experience for manually unlocking it. It's dumb that it works that way, but it does. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises, and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please. Please, no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Barath. You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. Aye. He shakes his head. Please. I don't know who you are, but my name's Pernish. This is my house. You have to help me. And who was that downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nyrid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me. And now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svef inside my own house. He blinks. Well, this would be a lot easier if you weren't trying to hide something. Pernish looks away, unable to meet your gaze. You figured me out even faster than my supplier. May have hung on to a tiny portion of his share, but I needed that money. What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard Nyrad. The man downstairs, Pernish shudders. To make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. I feel like it's been days. Well, he's already taken care of. Pernish stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You've no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away. I need to find my love, Kainra, only... After whatever Nyrad put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you, please. She must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her about this, Veth, about what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe? Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. I know. I can't force you to keep the secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Sveth. Or me if she finds out. Kainra sent me here in the first place. She did? Pernish smiles brightly. The woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please, bring her home and tell her everything is back to normal. Well, I will go talk to her, but I'm not going to lie to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kainra. And I can definitely rest at the inn while I'm there, because boy do I need it. I'm out of most of my per-day resources. Don't at all remember whatever Lumdala's house is about, or why we would want to go to the Scrivener's dormitory. Be interesting to explore. I imagine Lumdala's probably needs to be started somewhere else, whatever that's about, otherwise makes no sense to have it labeled already, but take a look after this perhaps. Kainra looks up at you as you approach. What happened with Pernice? Did you give him the ring? Pernice was being imprisoned by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pernice also deals Sveth. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Pernice? A Pernice is a Sveth dealer? If I didn't know you for an honest woman... I mean, she already knew that based on our previous conversation. She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it. How can I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hand through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. I don't like how much of a role I have to play here. Like, it's not up to me to tell her whether she should get back with Pernice or not. I don't know anything about their relationship except the most surface-level details. Maybe he's decent other than dealing Sveth. I don't know. He still loves you. Do you really want to give up on your future together? Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance anyway. Oh, and take this. She unclasps something from her neck. Picked it up from one of my merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. I received unwavering resolve. +2 intelligence, +1 resolve necklace. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Canna. The intellect doesn't stack with the Canna's turban, but it's more int, and he needs int the most. 19, and it should still be 19. It is indeed still 19. Who gets the int +1? Does Aloth have plus int anywhere? He does not. Okay. There you go, Aloth. You can have Canda's turban. Why is it that every time I pick something up from my equipment slots, it says I have 2 of them in my grasp? Ah, this game's been quite buggy for a game that's been out for as long as it has. I mean, they're all minor bugs, but it'd be nice to see some polish.
Gods keep you.
I would like a room. I hate spending money. I like the accuracy. Perception is accuracy for everyone, but it's much less of it. Intellect and lore is interesting, mostly because lore could potentially be something that pops up in conversations at times, whereas I don't think mechanics ever is. Athletics sometimes shows, oh, well, athletics and mechanics sometimes shows up in those little narration events. Dexterity's solid, just get more turns. Disengagement defense is technically nice, but I'm always trying not to trigger disengagement attacks regardless, just in case. I'll just go with what I know. Mechanics and ranged accuracy. Alright, let's see if we can do whatever it is Lumdala's house is about. It doesn't look like there's anything in here yet. Lootable garbage. Doesn't even count as stealing, apparently. Oh, and I need a key. So yeah, whatever this is, it is off limits for now. Check out the Scrivener's dormitory, then. This place counts as stealing, though there does not appear to be anybody watching me.
I'll see what I can...
It's done.
Nice and quiet.
I'm on the trail.
To whispers and shadows.
Hail, traveler.
By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre. But why are you green, and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? I'm not an ogre. He cautiously reaches his hand towards you, then pulls back. Better not. Ducks are poisonous. He beams at you and nods his head. You're a scrivener? He nods. Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books, I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like a sweet pie. Or perhaps it was a sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Tell me about this dormitory. It's where the scriveners who work at the Hall of Revealed Mysteries sleep. I'm a scrivener. This place smells like old stockings. Alright, show me what you've got for sale. And a bunch of garbage I have no care about. Okay. My vague recollection is quests will send me up to this Hall of Revealed Mysteries eventually, so there's no point in bothering to putter about in it now. So, tag the exits so that I can. Open up options. I'm sorry, Dalton. Let's see what's in here.
How do you do?
Lord Raymond holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the sallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all of his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. Tell me about yourself. He snaps the pages in his hands. I am the lord of this house, and not prone to idle chatter. If you have no business here, I suggest you be off. He does not look up from his papers.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Doesn't look like there's much here. Sorely tempted to attempt to steal from this chest behind him, but I don't think there's any way I could plausibly do so. Let's see. He can get some stealth off over here, but I'm betting that he's going to be observant enough that it dissipates the second she approaches, right? No, if she was better at lockpicking, or at all had lockpicking, she might be able to manage that. That's interesting. Perhaps in a few levels, Aloth will be able to. The old serving woman regards you with blurry eyes. Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to return downstairs. Visitors aren't permitted on the upper floor. Okay. I love the game giving me a couple of load screens for that, rather than putting her, say, at the bottom of the stairs. Or just having fewer load screens altogether. These interiors are quite small. They could have bundled them.
You're from Gilded Vale? Then you're close to home.
Close can mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
The young elf is dressed in gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavily brocaded sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I I told Sorrel that I wouldn't let her sell it, if that's what you're here about, and save yourself the trouble. He puffs up his chest, but glances at the exit. What are you talking about? He relaxes. If you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Sorrel's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Andra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, and send him her way. They have a good time, and Sorrel takes her fee and a little extra. He rubs his fingers together. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies will never notice anything. Go on. Anyway, we always split the bounty, until a week ago. He squeezes his lips into a tight frown. She takes a necklace off of some noble. It's an Engwithan medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. He tugs at the gold chain around his neck. And even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. Zagani's brow furrows in pity. What's a hard thing? Okay, tell me more. What do you want to know? What makes the medallion so important to you? I grew up in Erglan-Fath, with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glanfathans have protected Engwithan ruins for thousands of years. It's the one duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. He fidgets with an emerald ring on his pinky. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Most of my clanmates scattered to towns across the Deerford and probably live on crusts of bread. He looks at his embroidered robes with disgust. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. This is all rather fascinating. A single medallion to earn the gods' favor and so return home? It rather reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. Okay, tell me about Sorrel. She's a courtesan at the Salty Mast, over in Andra's Gift. She wasn't born to much, but she's done what she has to in order to escape that. He gazes at a string of amber beads around his wrist. She's a good friend. He folds his arms in trailing, wrinkled sleeves. Without her, I'd probably be living hand-to-mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. But this isn't about her, or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held for generations. I still don't get why you can't take your money and return to Erglan-Fath. He sighs, arcing his neatly plucked eyebrows. Of course I could, but I'm not talking about logic and practicality. A community isn't a place, it's a connection to history and meaning. He makes circles with his wrist. Like an anchor. Defending the ruins for the gods gave us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does this make any sense to you? Honestly? Nah, not really. He looks at you, almost with pity. I don't know how else to explain it. That's all I wanted to ask. So, will you help me get the medallion? I mean, I'll talk to her about it. I don't know if I'll actually go get it from her. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you'll have to go through Maya, something. He fidgets with his sleeve. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Begging your pardon. Oh, it's you! It's good to see you, Will. We've had a few rough days here, but we found this place and they were kind enough to hire us both. Things have been wonderful. Can't tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. Oh, that's good. You have effectively the same dialogue? Pretty much. And even less of it.
Greetings.
The man is dressed in neat but functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflect life spent in the wilderness. Well met. What brings you to the Charred Barrel? Who are you? I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. He rubs his neatly stubbled cheek. Crushed the White March half a dozen times and mapped most of the ruins of Thynbog. He grins, flashing a gold tooth. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cliver and a few other friends in the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. A strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. He raises a mug. What more could a man want? Is this your place? I mean, he's already answered that, but it's my retirement. He thumps the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who never had any luck pawning it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind, and kith from other districts come to mingle. He leans closer. We got a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Besides, their coin's as good as anyone else's. Alright, let's see what you've got for sale. Nothing of interest. Not gonna rest, but nice to see what the bonuses are. 2 intellect, 10 wills, not terrible. 2 perception, 1 stealth is interesting. Probably would have gone with this perception and stealth if I'd thought to come all the way over here before resting, but I did not. Bandits? Gonna be a combat? Those random ass bandits?
Hey. Of course.
Ah.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
See, I think the backer NPCs won't report me for crimes, but I don't know for sure, and I'm not willing to try it lest I make all of Brackenbury hostile or something. Aerith watches through kohl-rimmed eyes. She puts her hand on the hilt of her blade, jangling the jewels that hang from her wrist. We don't know each other, stranger. Best we keep it that way. What brings you to the charred barrel? Aerith raises an eyebrow. What's it look like? Good wine and a little peace and quiet. She flips a copper coin with her thumb. And Scarian doesn't ask too many questions. You don't seem like a local. I'm a sailor, he gives a half smile. And a liberator of certain goods. Aerith casually fingers a large earring. And the nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. Okie dokie, see ya.
To whispers and shadows.
What shall we find in the Hadrit house?
Good day, stranger.
The Orlin man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on end, and his ears prick up as you approach. You carry whispers. Caed Nua, Gilded Vale. Old voices indeed. What are you talking about? The Orlin grins, revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry the whiff of ancients. I don't appreciate the intrusion. His ears twitch downward. Most fortunate for you, then, that my duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. He regards the table piled with scrolls. What brings you to Dunwood Row? What are you so busy with? His small, furry hands gesture expansively at the papers before him. Hollowborn growing unrest and the ever-present political intrigues. With so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concern these days. Looks like you could use some help. At liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Done with row ears only. A civilian would need the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. That's probably for the best. I wasn't really looking to dive into another side quest here. Ooh. Everybody just kind of bailed out of here right as I got here.
It's done.
Free for the stealing.
It's done.
Nothing of worth, though.
Ready, Watcher.
It's doable. It doesn't look like it.
And what does the flame reveal?
Perhaps another level or two.
I'll take a look.
I stole their cocoa. I'm betting if I go upstairs it'll be the same thing of the, hey, you're not allowed up here. And I don't feel like sitting through another load screen for that.
Sagani, does your fox bite?
Yes.
Can I pet him anyway?
It's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
Oh, that's cute.
Greetings.
I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Dominel? I don't know. Tell me about House Dominel. It's an old and respected family. Much of Defiance Bay's prosperity is due to Dominel business activities. Now, do you have any further business here? Nope. I will see you out. Excellent. Again, could have put the NPC on the outside to tell you that. Alright.
How do you do?
A woman stands in the shade of the garden, muttering to herself. She's fixated on the pages of a large and well-worn tome, seemingly oblivious to the blooming flowers and the cool, fragrant breeze. She only looks up when your shadow crosses her page. Do you mind? I'm rather busy. What are you so busy with? She snaps her book shut. I'm studying soul attachment. We all know that souls move into people at birth and out of them at death, but we still have a lot of questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. What do you mean by making them stick? She brushes a stray lock from her forehead. Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they're firmly attached. It's separation that leads to a whole spate of soul-related ailments, including the Hollowborn. But if we understood how to reattach souls, we could end Widewind's legacy, maybe even conquer death. She scratches behind her ear. That's the theory, anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all the research I need to put it into practice. What exactly do you need? There's a manuscript called The Theorems of Pentagram. It contains research from Pentagram's experiments on detached souls. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rumored to have a copy in the Elder Archives. Pentagram's work is considered to be one of the more, daring animancy texts. Not something generally circulated among novices, nor easy to get hold of. I wonder if we might have a peek at it. The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, the High Archivist, worships Whale, which means that she has some paradoxical views on sharing and restricting knowledge. And since she's not exactly a proponent of animancy, she tends to restrict the kinds of information that would be useful to me. Maybe she could be persuaded. You're welcome to try, but you wouldn't be the first. Look at me, spilling my troubles. It's kind of you to listen, but I should really get back to my work. Anything else? I'll leave you alone. Interesting. Guess I have to get back there within 7 days to deal with that.
Gods keep you.
A woman paces back and forth, her feet crunching on the soft red carpet. She gestures and mumbles to herself, shaking her head as she pores over pages of notes. She almost walks into you. Ikosi! Here I am looking for hard answers in my research that I do not see the kiss standing in front of me. What can I do for you? What do you do here? According to my research grants, I study awakenings. Sublimating pre-awakened souls has been one of Animancy's greatest successes, and I am working on a method to replicate the process on awakened souls. She nods at her lip. But the truth is that I find few suitable subjects here. Waidwin's legacy has left plenty of awakened souls, but most are too broken for study. She sighs. I fear I will return to Revua with nothing to show for my efforts. I'm awakened. I've been recalling flashes of a past life. She scratches her chin. Most interesting, but not the kind of awakening I can study, I'm afraid. I need someone whose awakened soul can be triggered with predictable stimuli. Souls such as these tend to manifest as alternate personas in the host. She gives you a broad, if strained smile, but I thank you for the offer. Something you need? I don't need a bunch of lore about the Vilean Republic, so no.
I'll see what I can find.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
An animancer scribbles feverishly on a parchment scroll while his free hand dances through the air, counting off unseen objects. His lips move in silent discourse. As your shadow falls over his scroll, he looks up at you with mingled perplexity and irritation.
Welcome.
Can I help you? He forces a polite smile. What are you working on? My area of focus is wits. I have no idea how that should be pronounced. I'm going to go with whites. My area of focus is whites. More specifically, how to cure them. Why do you study whites? He huffs. What kind of question is that? Just think of all the families that could be healed, the lives that could be restored. What could be more important? His face reddened. His face is reddened, and he turns away from you for a moment. He shakes his head. Animancy has an answer here. I know it. It's simply a matter of working it out. What is a white? A hollowborn who received a transplanted animal soul during infancy, one of Animancy's early efforts to cure the legacy, if not a successful one. He removes his spectacles and wipes his brow. They show signs of developmental abnormalities throughout their childhood, but when they reach adolescence they become aggressive, feral, but still victims in need of care. Transplanting animal solutions into children seems like an odd solution. We Animancers are trying to do something about the crisis, better than letting it swallow a generation of children. He stares at a fixed point on the far wall. And despite the controversy, it only went so far because at first it seemed to work. People called it the salvation. Children that had never been responsive to any kind of stimuli suddenly seemed aware of their surroundings, of their families. He takes a slow breath. The complications don't begin until puberty, but that's when the incompatibilities between body and soul take shape. Children become violent, ravenous. But we paid dearly for our mistake, I promise you. Angry mobs hunted down animancers and burned down their homes, and with them still inside often as not. People took to calling it the cruel salvation, and many still loathe us for it, but we wanted to stop the legacy as much as anyone. The public begged for our help, and we did the best we could. I still don't know if that absolves us. I see. Good. He looks eager to return to his work. Just looking around. And be quick about it, and don't touch anything. The sanatorium has lax visitor policy, but I don't. And without another word, he resumes his work.
Silence surrounds me.
I'm guessing it's not allowed in there, though it would be nice. Okay, unlocking will require the proper key. Yeah, okay. Don't want to attempt it lest they get hostile or something. Well, I think with that, I'll head back to Kano and take care of whatever that event is. I don't want to get tied up in the middle of something and forget about it.
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up this place.
Yes. Lord Bjornwigar, a cruel ruler from the north, has arrived at the stronghold. He hopes to gain an audience with you concerning a local rebellion. Dungeons finish. The dungeons finish in 5 hours, and I think there's a reasonable chance that throwing him in the dungeons might be a solution to this. So if it lets me walk through this area, yeah, if it lets me walk through here without talking to him, I will do so first. Go do a little bit of the first floor of the dungeon down here. Pass the time and let the dungeons finish. Just in case. As I did basically nothing in here before. I just popped in, immediately dealt with Merwald and left.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow for this one. After him, Itamok.
Ugh.
How may I help?
I guess the pathfinding is telling them to go find another way around.
I'm here. After him, Itamok.
Hey.
Let's burn this away! Following your lead. Wherein Chie.
Oh, they don't seem to be running back. Oh, there one is. That's good.
Oh?
Following your lead. Your tale ends here!
Oh. You can hear
Ready,
combat off screen. Wonder what they're fighting.
After him, Itamok.
Ooh.
How may
Don't
I
like that
help?
positioning with her. I think she blocks the... Yeah, she blocks the doorway. Whoops.
Aye?
Ah, they're fighting some Zarps.
Yes.
Following your lead. Roak 10!
Aye?
Ready, Watcher. Get on!
Aye?
Yes.
Finish them!
Hey,
Nice that the enemies are, I don't know, not automatically all allied with each other just because they're enemies to be, but bit of an awkward situation
Hey.
the way they ran around there.
Ready, Watcher.
Once again, want to avoid picking up the key in case you can pick a lock. It's often better, although it might be necessary for opening that, I don't know. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that key is for the door that led to Marewald, which I've already picked, so I might as well get rid of it. Now, what are these magic gloves I found? Ooh, just +3 accuracy. I mean, I want the dexterity more for now, but when I get a different dex item, it'll certainly go on me. Until then, I'll pop it on Sagani. How long was that? Alright, that was 4 hours in-game, apparently.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Oh?
Where am I? There. Okay. This is not a good entryway. I should not have tried to just squeeze in. I was hoping my stealth would be enough. Then I could get the whole party through the doorway before combat started. I guess that would be a benefit to putting at least a couple of points in stealth in for everybody.
Yes?
It's definitely not something I've done.
Ask word and rock!
What? Following your lead. Quay, sail for Takoa!
What? Not even slowing it down.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Focused on the big one, I guess.
How may I help?
These things seem quite durable.
Following your lead. Croak 10!
Phantom's almost certainly more damage than just attacking with the lightning.
Let's burn this away.
Got an arrow for this one.
Yes.
Well, she gets an accuracy bonus for targeting the one that Nanook is targeting, so I get rid of that guy. Well, thought I'd one-shot him, oh well.
How may I help?
Hey. Yeah!
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow for this one.
What? Let's burn this away.
Oh good, the dungeons are completed. I wonder if time passes when you kill enemies.
Aye?
Like, time for that sort of thing anyways. Because that was weird that it happened just as Nanook attacked. Huh,
I
very
shall
strange.
deal with this one.
Following your lead. Sacre Blue!
Oh, I was hoping it would have the range to hit the other beetle as well, but not quite.
After him, Ichimok.
Yes? I shall deal with this one.
Oh.
Let's burn this away.
After him, Ichimok.
Hey.
Yeah!
Yes? Your tail ends here!
How may I help?
These ones are in for a walloping.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
Oh, time to head back up, I guess. Deal with whichever it was. Well, first I might as well decide what I'm building next. Yeah, definitely Bright Hall. I want to be able to rest here. And I wanted to see, have I gotten any of these? Still only had one stun deflection, despite it being apparently a 15% chance, and I've done, what, 4 or 5 reasonably large fights? That's a shame. Where she's gotten to attack at least 2 to 3 times per fight.
How do you do?
Greetings, my lady. I'm here to maintain the cells for you. Should you take any prisoners in your travels, I'll make sure they're attended to as you see fit. Nobody in here right now, but I'm sure you'll change that soon enough. It's good to see you here, my lady. I can feel a change in the air already. There is much to do. Anything I can do to help? There's some kind of barrier blocking the passage down below. Where does it lead? That, my lady, leads to the endless paths, and the true curse upon this keep. It is what small measure I could take to defend the keep. But in truth, it will do little. I can open the way for you, but perhaps you should first be warned. Mayorwald's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but its predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least, such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed, from the time of our Adiran colonists onward. Beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen, from time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claims to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Nua a barren ruin and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths! That, my friend, is where I must go. Where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think too what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Adiran. I have no other questions. Alright. Greetings, milady. I bear an urgent message from the Chancellor Warren of the Defiance Bay. He requests that you meet with him at your earliest convenience in the Ducal Palace. Your claim on Caed Nua has been called into question by the Gathbin family. Earl Baedamar has issued a ruling on the matter, but both you and Lord Gathbin must be present. Okay. Tell me about this Lord Gathbin. An old Adiran lineage, I believe. He looks around the Great Hall. The former lord of this stronghold, a distant relative of Lord Gathbin, allied himself with the losing side during the War of Defiance. Alright, I will go meet him then. The Chancellor will await you in the records room of the Ducal Palace in First Fires. The messenger bows, then strides away. I've heard a lot about you, Lady Chie. You seem like a woman who knows how to get results. I have a matter I'd like to discuss with you, if you'll hear me out. I would urge caution, my lady. Lord Bernwigar has gained a reputation as a man of brutal temperament. Some would call him cruel. Okay, let's hear it. Apparently the party positioning for these situations did not take into account rangers, or at least did not take into account the protagonist being a ranger. Itumak is where he should be, but Nanook is just standing in the middle of the hall for no reason. As a ruler of Caed Nua, I'm sure you've seen your share of troublemakers, people determined to tear you down so you can share in their misery. I've had a few incidents on my land, rabble-rousing peasants, you see. Shameful as it is, they've gotten somewhat out of hand, refusing to work, threatening my guards, spouting all this nonsense about unfair treatment. Not as if I don't pay them. In any case, I fear that I won't back down. The situation will only get worse if I don't put an end to it. Things may get a little messy. I thought it best to consult you on the matter first. What exactly have these peasants been saying? Oh, the usual, Berngar folded his arms, that they don't enjoy the benefits of their labor, that they are treated too harshly, they're lazy, my lady, that's all. There is power in mercy, Lord Bernwigar. Treat the people fairly, and they'll be happy to work for you. You advocate mercy? Your own lands crawl with brigands and outlaws. Perhaps if you ruled with a sterner hand, you would not be troubled by such things. Without people, you've nothing left to rule over but rocks and trees. Try showing at least a little respect. Brinwigar frowns, but there's a thoughtful look in his eye. I'll grant that there's some merit in what you say. Thank you, Lady Chie, for your time. I'll consider your words while I journey home. Gained 1 prestige and 200 experience. Can't do this while something else is going, right? Yeah. And with that, I think I'll call that the end of the session. Thank you for watching and/or listening, and hopefully you will join me again for Session 8.